If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick, producer Cisco Lopez in the back. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a world premiere brand new hit from Blitz BK coming in just a few minutes. Call your friends, text them, tell them, yo, Blitz dropped a new joint. It's about to get on. What do we do when Blitz drops a new joint? Guest Frankie V was at camp today. We got one more song to play, and we'll be right back.
It's got
Gentry covered in football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, he's had a long day. He's been out in the sun. He's been on Jake. Let's bring in my friend, Frankie V. How are you, brother?
What's up, my man? What's going on? Yeah, it's you know what, I was gonna do nap time before, but 6:30. No, it's gotta get back in the gym, man. I gained a little bit, I gotta do this, get back in the gym, go to sleep early, drink some water, Let's go.
Whoa,
I saw
too much pasta over in Italy.
little pasta, been little wine, the pasta and wine. That's the Italian diet. What can I say? I gain weight when I come back from Italy. Everyone's, I lose weight. How do you lose weight? I don't lose weight when I come back from Italy. Whatever.
I've never been, so I can't speak on the subject.
Yeah, it's like a
Maybe
thing.
one day.
Yeah,
I'm claustrophobic, so getting on a plane for that long, like,
I'm claustrophobic actually too, but the plane's a little different because you got the airflow constantly there, and you're really, you're not, you're enclosed, but you're not, because you're like in the air, so you don't feel like you're trapped, if that makes sense.
It does. I mean, I've flown before. I fly. I've been to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Puerto Rico, and then now go to Nashville. It's the first time I'm leaving the East Coast area, so to say.
I will say I did take a train from Calabria, which is like the Georgia of Italy, if you want to look, like, take it location wise, to be like New York. It'd be like taking a train from like New York, from Georgia to New York. So I went to Florence. My cousin lives in Bologna, but whatever. I'd rather take a train with nice recliner seats, internet like you'd have at your desk. 6 hours train in Italy, greater than a 2-hour plane ride that you have to get there 2 hours before and go through security. A train, you just hop right on. It might be a few hours longer, but I'd rather do that.
All right. Well, Glad you had a great time. It was so much fun seeing you in an AC. I felt like everywhere I turned, there you were. It was an absolute blast.
It was fun. It was fun. Good times.
Now, let's get into today, right? We know the question everyone wants to ask you, but we're going to dance around that one a little bit. Give me your thoughts on the offense. Give me what jumped out at you with the New York Jets today?
I mean, listen, man, I think everyone in a vacuum, talent-wise, if you want to take each and every player on offense, they have something about them that's interesting and good. The tight end room, it looked great today. I think the tight end room without Kenyon Sadiq looked really good. Mason Taylor just finds ways to get open. Jeremy Ruckert had a phenomenal catch. Jelani Woods can play ball. The running backs, take them individually. Brees is Brees. We know what he can do. Braylon Allen had the best run of the day. Yeah. Even Kike Nwanu was playing a little bit of running back and making some things happen because Isaiah Davis obviously wasn't there. Receivers, Garrett Scarrett, A.D. Mitchell is awesome. Just A.D. Mitchell's as fast as you can get as a receiver, as twitchy as you can get. High points, when he needs to high point, and he's a playmaker. So you go through the list, the offensive line. I don't need to go through it. Everyone's got something about them, right? And Gino, we know how accurate he can be. So everyone's got something about them that makes them potentially an above average player at their position. The issue becomes the play calling. For me, I did not like what I saw when it came to the play calling today. So whereas I like all the talent that the offense has, I didn't like the play calling. Now, I don't know if it was what some people have tweeted, because I had a tweet saying what I just said, basically in a lot less words, that I think, the play calling is just too conservative, and people are saying, well, they're not going to, tip their hand in camp. Yeah, I get that, but they're also not. Everything's hard, it's for Gino to complete a pass. He's got to have really good protection for us to.
Now, why is that? Do you think are guys not getting open, or the routes?
I don't think the scheme's there, man. I don't think it's like this X's and O's battle. I just think everything. When Gino drops back, you're like gasping whether or not it's going to be a sack, or when he does throw it, if it's going to get there on time. Everyone doesn't seem like there's enough natural separation from the play calling. And I just thought that was a problem. Now listen, Tampa's defense is really good, and Todd Bowles is one of the best DCs in the game, and one of the best defensive play callers in the last maybe 10 years. He's up there, top 15, 20. He's like one of the he's renowned for doing that. Yeah, he is.
But that's a little worrisome, because this is the time of year where you should be vanilla, right? Like, you're not throwing out exotic shit at this point of camp or joint practices. You're just trying to get the matchups against other people. You're doing each other a favor and a service while getting a read on where you're at, like a litmus test. So the fact that we can't run our vanilla stuff and have a good rhythm, or
that's what it is. It's rhythm, man. You just the right word. Sorry to cut you off. That's the word. Fine. It doesn't feel like there's rhythm. It seems like every play is independent in and of itself, and it depends on Garrett making a spectacular play, or Gino making a spectacular throw, or Brees having to be Brees Lightning. I don't want that. You do something simple where guys running, you have a trips formation, Garrett's running in the flats, and you have 80 underneath, and you give him, a drag route for 2-3 yards, and he could take it 20. That'd be nice. Now, listen, they do that in 7-on-7, right? So I've seen it done there, but it's not done in team periods. And I just thought it's a 2005 offense, and Frank Reich's Frank Reich. I'm not going to crap on him. I thought he would bring more mesh stuff, because that's what he kind of likes to do. But the game is moving fast, man, and I'm not sure if he's equipped for it right now, unfortunately. I mean, but it's still early, man. There's still a month left to go in the season. We'll get a sense of it more as the training, as Cam moves on and on in preseason.
Yeah. Something I've always looked at when you get the new play caller and you have the new quarterback, you got to have that feeling out period. You got to know you got to learn your personnel, right? And this is Reich's first opportunity to learn the personnel and what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, what can they run, where do we have to improve, how can I build this offense? We know what Garrett can do. But now Mitchell's asked to play a bigger role for the first time in his career. And now you got to find out what he can do and how he can complement Garrett. You got to put the pieces in order, right? You got to, all right, where does Arian Smith work out? What does Cooper do well as a rookie? How am I going to utilize multiple tight ends here and what they do well? How are we going to use Brees Hall in the passing game, right? Like I feel that there's layers to it. And, there's stairs, right? To get to the top floor, you got to go one by one. And we're on the first step right now. Maybe the second step because implementation in the OTAs and everything was step one. But now, how does that work on the field? What can we do? Where do we suck? Right? A coach's strength is not just knowing your strengths, but it's knowing your weaknesses. And you have to be able to identify those and coach those up. And this is a good time to exploit your weaknesses and call the plays that you might not be comfortable in, so if you're capable of using them in a game. Everyone's got their go-to plays, but now this is where you're trying to fill out your playbook. So I get what you're saying. I'm 3 weeks from now. Okay, like start. I'll raise the red flag with you. You know what I mean, Frank? But
yeah. Geno. I mean, listen, Geno. This is the problem with the Jets, with our offense in general.
Yeah,
you always have a quarterback and an OC doing it for the first time together.
Yeah.
And or if they're not, like Hackett and Rodgers, they're in a new place for the first time together. It becomes tough. And you talk about your receivers and tight ends, everything's so new. So of course it's just everything's new. But I'm going to judge it on when I look at offenses and you want me to judge it, I'm going to judge it based on Ben Johnson and how he runs his offense and Liam Cohen. And I've looked at those guys. I've looked in depth at how Ben Johnson ran his offenses in Detroit. Now, is that fair? Absolutely not. But that's the bar. Like you if you're comparing something to something, you got to compare it to the best thing. Yeah. I'm not comparing it to a perfect thing. I'm just comparing it to what the top of the league, the way offenses are run. What I saw today is nowhere close to that, and that's just a fact. Now, I can make excuses as to why, and some of them are legitimate. Like we just said, it is the second week of camp or third week, but they got to get better, and the talent is there. I don't think if this was a talent issue, that's another problem. You would say, well, we don't have the receivers. We do. We don't have the tight ends. We do. We don't have the running backs. We do. We don't have the offensive linemen. We do. We kind of even have the quarterback to make it happen. It becomes more of like a scheme
it's
thing.
It's about cohesion though right now and bringing it together, and like I said, there's so many new pieces here. Sadiq's not out there. Everyone's new to Reich, so he's got to kind of work his way through this. Musgrave's new, Seth Ryan's new. All of the offensive staff except for Jefferson is new, so they got to kind of work together and there's plays that they might run now and they say, nope, done. We're not doing that one. Scrap that one from the playbook, But I get what you're saying. There is room concern, obviously, with the retread quarterback in his 14th season who's never really seen great success in the NFL, with a play caller and coordinator who hasn't seen great success. There's a lot of concerns here. I hope they'll be okay. I can't sit through another bad offensive year after we made all these moves. I really can't, Frank.
Listen, man, it's unfortunately it may take one more year. I'm hoping
and
not.
You'd have a rookie, so you might have to take another year.
Yeah, I do think though. I mean, just even looking at Cade Klubnik out there's some things that these young quarterbacks do that these older guys, these vets kind of don't do it. I'm just saying Klubnik came in there today and listen, he's not better than Geno Smith by any stretch, but he likes to throw the ball down the field. So that's exciting. You'll see some exciting things that once a new guy comes in. And Geno likes to do that stuff too. I think Geno's trying to really figure the offense out. So I do think it's going to be a little bit of a heavy task here where Garrett and Brees, I think, are going to have to make something out of nothing sometimes. Whereas I think Reich's system may benefit these underneath patterns with tight ends specifically. Like today, I came out of there like, all these tight ends played really well. I mean, Frank Reich likes to throw underneath, and Gino likes to target underneath. I mean, you're kind of getting exactly a match there. So I like that here. I want them to, figure out how to utilize Garrett and 80. It'd be nice if they both went down the field on like a long crossing pattern and you hit one of them. Like they're not even trying to run that kind of stuff.
You think they're building up to it? Like, you got to get your underneath routes set, and then you expand the offense and get downfield, right?
And pass protection too. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. I think if you get the proper protection, and I think there were times today where Gino was holding it, trying to get those patterns to develop, and then bailed last minute, took a sack. Klubnik's throw to Arian Smith, he let that play develop. That was a nice play. That was a nice, I think, stop and go. Arian Smith toasted that corner. I mean, Arian Smith had him beat by at least 2-3 yards. Yeah, if you even pause it like right there, like even before, like Arian had to stop to get that one. Look at that.
Yeah.
Arian had him beat nice. So
he did. And it was a little underthrown, right? You throw that 3-4 more yards out.
It was a little bit. Yeah, the ball, good, very good throw. Not a perfect throw, but that's fine. Like that's a perfect throw. That's a 50-yard dot, down the field. So
yeah.
that was nice though. That was a good play call. That was great protection. That was a good read by Klubnik and was a good throw. So that's the kind of stuff you want to see. The funny thing is the Frankie jinx came into effect there because literally 2 seconds before that throw.
I saw your tweet.
I'm not joking. I go to Antoine and Ryan. I go, are these guys ever going to fucking throw the ball down the field ever? Like, what are they doing? Literally 2 seconds later that happened. I go, you know what? I'm going to shut the hell up, or I'm going to not shut up because it might happen again.
Yeah.
But I'm not joking. So I'm like, all right.
I can relate. We were at the opening day of practice, and I'm with Bonesy, Jake, and Boy Green, and the kickers are going. And I'm like, man, I haven't missed a kick yet. Bonesy hits me and goes, you had to say it. The next kick missed. It was the only kick that got missed the entire day. It's the one that I brought up. So, Frankie, we got to use our powers for good.
Yes.
We got to be like, hey, man, I can't remember the last time the Jets scored a touchdown. Bang. But, yeah, we got to use our powers for good there, brother.
But, yeah, offense, yeah, Les, I know people have been asking me, how did the Tampa Bay D-line, Ruben Bain, look against Olu? To be honest, I wasn't looking much at that side of the field. Ruben Bain had some beastly moments. The O-line, to me,
and he will. He's
that's what he is.
Imposing. Like he's gonna find you.
Yeah.
If he gets you stepping at the wrong time, or you drop, or your legs get too wide,
so
and
true.
you lose your base, and your shoulders get outside,
he'll go right
your waist,
through you.
He will drive right through you.
Yeah.
He will elevate you and drive you back, and
that's what he wants to do. Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't really.
He's gonna be a nice player. Like
there's
no way about it. Like you can't tell me Bain. I had Bain in my discussion for 2.
Yeah.
Like it was. I had him ahead of Downs. For me, I wanted I was Reese, Bailey, Bain. I was back and forth, and like those were the 3 that I was looking at because I want to be elite on the D line. So I think Bain's gonna have a very good career. I think he's gonna make a lot of highlight plays. He's gonna have a lot of bull rush sacks. He's a smaller, like poor man's Reggie White. Like he's just a physically imposing dude, and like that's who I think of when I think of someone off the edge. Like Reggie White's the most physically imposing guy I've ever seen play outside. So.
Totally.
When I look at Bain, smaller version of Reggie, right? Like he's got that. One. I want to get up in your chest. I want to make you go in a direction you don't want to go, and then use your leverage against you and whip you out of the way.
Yep, and that's exactly the kind of player that offsets maybe some of the things that Olu does well. Where Olu is good with his footwork, good with hand placement, but doesn't have all that strength. Kind of lean underneath. You go up against a guy like Bain that's sort of the opposite. So I think it was good today that Olu got beat up a little bit, and so did Membu to a degree, and that's how you get better. Those guys are not a concern to me at all. I know some people came out of there like, oh, we're concerned with the tackles. It's not a concern.
This might be a record. We were 19 minutes into the show. I brought up Bailey. This might be the longest that you've been on a YouTube show since February,
Oh my
where
God.
Bailey doesn't get brought up by you. So shout out to you. And Jake says, Bailey Bros Unite. Frankie V, lead us to glory. Shout out to Jake Asman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
I was just on his show.
I was listening. I'm at work. So from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock is my busiest time right now during the summer. And I can't be in the chat, but I was listening with you, Will. A really good conversation with you guys. Folks, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, super chats, gifted memberships. Sunday, the mystery jersey is here. It is sealed. It will be opened up live Sunday night after we declare the winner. I'm looking forward to that. I don't have any patience, Frankie. Like, it's very difficult for me to have like patience. I got to go bury this in the yard so like I don't crack it open. Folks, hit the like button. We have a premiere coming up for you shortly. Cisco and Blitz BK, the producer and the musical artist here on the Nick Shine Show, got to work without my knowledge. And right as before the show started, there was something that I was shown for the first time. So I'm very excited to bring that to you in a little bit. I texted Blitz. I was like, make sure you're in the chat. Thank you, Blitz, for being here. Now, anything, I saw this tweet yesterday, but I didn't do a show yesterday because I was hanging out with Wayne Corbett again. And one of the tweets that came out where they said that the special teams led by Banjo, the greatest thing that Aaron Glenn did year one was hire Chris Banjo. And I think it was Zach Rosenblatt tweeted, the special teams are just dominant. Like the punts are sailing in the air. The guys are getting downfield. There's no chance for the Bucs to even return with what the Jets are doing. The kicking game, the punt, the special teams, everything that they're doing, man, if the rest of our team can be as good as the special teams, now granted, we're talking about the second or third greatest unit in the last 30 years, right? Like, yeah, we'll take that offensive defense, right? Frank, yes, please sign me up. But what are you looking for with the special teams? And do you have any hope or faith in these kickers?
The kicking game is interesting, man, because they both Cade, York, and Sanders, they bring a little different element to the table. Cade likes to kind of drive through it a bit more, doesn't have as much sail on his kicks, on his field goals, and it looks like that Sanders likes to, have those lofty, long field goals.
I don't know, 61-yarder. That was
it was even longer.
Short.
It was longer than that. It was shorter than that. That ball hit the 7-yard line. You're talking 17 yards short. Yeah, no, they shouldn't have attempted that. I said it to Antoine. I'm like, they're attempting this. They kicked it from, it looked like the 40. It was almost at the 40 on the other side of the field.
Jeez.
So I mean, I was like, that it was like a 67-yard field goal or something. I'm like, what are they doing? Wow. Even more. I don't know. It might have been a 70-yard field goal. Honestly, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know if anyone recorded that. It looked like when they lined up, it looked like a 70-something yard field goal. I'm like, are they serious? Is Glenn really? Because it was 4th and 15 in the 2-minute drill, and there was a encroachment on the defense offsides. So it was 4th and 10, and then Glenn, I think, chose to kick a field goal. I thought they were going to go for it, but whatever. Listen, at the end of the day, I like what they're doing with both those kickers. They're giving them equal opportunities. They're kicking it from the same spot. They're doing it over and over again. They're allowing them to compete. So it's not going to be Nick Falk, but it's going to be the best of the two. So, and I don't know who's going to win the job right now. If I had to say right now, it's probably Cade York, but because Sanders was kind of all over the place. Really good, really nice kicks, and then what the heck kick this one. So if I had to guess, I probably would think Cade York's going to be the starter. But special teams, man, Chris Banjo, I was talking again with Antoine about this. Every player that goes through his pipeline gets better. Even Pritchard looked good, and then Isaiah Williams came in, he looked good, and then Kene Ngakwe came in, and he looked good. Everyone that comes into that special teams unit becomes a better football player, right? Yeah. They don't only become a better returner or a better, kickoff, blocker, they become a better football player. So that guy's got opportunities in front of him. I don't know if he could coach defense, but if he can, that's an opportunity for Chris Banjo. I don't know if he could become a head coach and go the John Harbaugh route, but he clearly is a leader of those guys, because every single guy on that field, you just see the special teams run, and you're like, that's a different unit.
They're operating differently, right?
It's
expectation. There's a
everyone's in the right spot. Everything looks, spacing's perfect. Blocking
is so important.
It is, man. It's all the little things.
Year after year, that coaching, elite coaching, will make a difference.
Yeah, it's easier now to coach special teams than it is to coach offense and defense. There's less variables for the most part. So if you're not competing on so many different variables, you have probably half the amount of variables to worry about. But yeah, you're right though. It just looks really good.
Shout out to Lou B, who I will be with multiple times on Friday. We'll be together in the morning, and then we'll be together at the game at night. Me, him, and Chef Kev. Thank you, Lou, again, folks. Quick announcement.
Wow, you guys are having a long weekend together. That's a good time,
man. It's football season.
You're not kicking them out in the morning. You're gonna have them stay around for the nighttime too. Good, nice. I like that.
I'm gonna cry, but I think we have to split up for a few hours and then get back together around 2:00 in the lot. So we'll be together early in the morning. We're very blessed to be invited to Good Morning America with a bunch of Jets fans. So we'll be there in the morning from 7 to 9, and then we'll have to split apart. Or he can stay in Jersey and hang with me. Whatever he wants to do is fine by me. But here's what I got, folks. Any of you interested in going to the game Friday night, let me know. I got 2 tickets and a parking pass for you. Reach out to me, and they're yours. No raffle, nothing. If any of you Jets fans want to go on Friday night, I got 2 tickets. And I was blessed enough to have a good friend, Dante, who's at a Bryan Adams concert tonight, and said, I can't listen to the show, but give me a shout out. So I'll let him know at the 27-minute mark. We gave him a shout out tonight. But Lou says, I think Jets 2025 would lose to Jets 2026 about 24-10. What do you guys think? I've been to a few practices. Lou, I'll go first, Frankie, with this. I love your level of fandom because you thought that the 2025 Jets could score 10 points. That, to me, just shows that you are the superest of super fans, my brother.
And I'll pick that one up from you. And Lou, you are also the superest of super fans because you think the 2026 Jets could score 24 points.
Oh, come on. They were giving up 24 in the first half.
No, I think better team. Definitely better. Definitely. I think it's a better. All right, so the good. And by the way, Ricky, I just saw Ricky, I did not get this shirt. I don't know if you want to look at the shipping on that. I did not get a Bailey shirt. There might be a package somewhere. I don't know. So if you want to look into that, I got the jersey that I won from Jake's show. I don't think that's relatable to what you're saying. So I did not get the shirt, but I'll message you though, Ricky. I think I have your Twitter. So, but yeah. So the good. You want me to get to some of the good?
Yeah.
Front seven is awesome. I love the front seven. I think the defensive tackle rotations are great. Those guys are all playing hard. Love me some David Bailey. First reference, past 7 o'clock. There you go. So yeah, Bailey's great. He's the fact what he was doing to Godecki was just embarrassing. A top 10 paid right tackle.
Same Godecki who talked shit about Bailey yesterday, right? That's the same guy.
That guy is
and he
the
got owned
dumbest,
today.
Biggest loser in the world. He's a crybaby because you got your shit pushed in by a rookie that made you look like a rookie and you look like crap. You can't block the guy and you're starting fights and even Baker got mad at Bailey. First play of the 2-minute drill, Bailey comes screaming off the edge. Right? He sometimes his first step's so good he doesn't even need to have a move. Nick, he'll just keep the rip under there and just keep it moving up the field. He's enough where the quarterback's setting because his first step allows him. So the tackles sometimes don't even realize that they're not setting in the proper alignment because Bailey's first step is so fast. He goes and he kind of puts his hand up, Bailey, to kind of fake swipe at Baker, kind of like just what the ends do. Didn't hit his arm or anything. The pass was fluttering and he didn't tip it, but it caused a disruption. It was a pressure, and Baker gets in Bailey's face a little bit, and then Gadecki comes and like pushes Bailey. Like, I don't know. It's just that whole team, and they play with a chip on their shoulder. That's kind of how those Bucs like to play. So there was a bunch of fights, by the way,
Which
today.
For a very passive head coach like Todd Bowles.
Yeah, they're feisty, those guys.
Fiery, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole team.
One thing we always ask the Bulls, like, show emotion, show passion. You know, the only time you're emotional or passionate is when you're talking about Diana Ross.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, so they were a little chippy, but listen, Bailey first playing one-on-ones does some crazy spin move. I mean, his spin move. We were talking on Jake's show with Will about this. His spin moves to the point right now where that's probably his best secondary move. And I think outside of just a pure speed rush, that I think if he keeps working on it, can get to a point where he could Dwight Freeney it a little bit. Like, that's something that is coming, but there's nothing you could do about it. Because I think Gadecki had to know that he was going to set that up. And he set him. He didn't even set him up really, though. He just said, I'm going to come at you. And I don't even need to set you up with my outside speed rush to then swim in. Like, I'm just going to come straight at you and just bust a swim out and see if it works. And it did. Like work like a charm. Like, he's trying things, which I like. So Bailey's first one-on-one was, how can I just do this spin without even setting you up? Can that still work? And it did beautifully. And Rosenblatt was posting about it. We were right there and we saw it. So that was cool to see that this kid is trying things. Braden McGregor comes in, does I was talking about this on Jake's show, sets up the tackle a little bit, even though he doesn't have the greatest speed move. He does go outside and then does a nice little rip swim on the inside, gets there clean. Bailey's pumped, slaps Bailey up as if like, yo, man, we've been working on this, you and I, like, shit's coming together, boy. Kind of that kind of vibe. Yeah. That is what this defense is starting to look like. McDonald and Bailey doing stunts, looked awesome doing it. This front seven's good, man. These guys are going to get to quarterback. Now, if the guys behind them can hold up, which in that 2-minute drill outside of that first play, which Bailey got to Baker in less than 2 seconds, Baker was getting the ball out after that right away. He didn't spend
or short passes,
but some intermediate too. But Nick,
that's going to be the point of attack, right? If I'm playing the Jets and it's 3rd and long, I'm going to
short intermediate. I'm not going to hold on
the ball
too long.
With 2 speed rushers. Let's get the ball out quick. Try to devise some picks and some rubs where we can get it and then turn it upfield. Otherwise, you're a sitting duck, and you don't want to be that. And that's just not us. When you're going against speed rushers, you got to devise a quick passing attack. Whether it's your tight end just shooting out and you run double slants to bump and let him turn upfield, however you want to design it. 25 here is a member for 21 months. Says David Bailey at plus 500 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hashtag Diana Rossini quote coming. I will hammer that. 25. I hope it's locked in by early November, my friend. Now people have been talking about 8 sacks for Bailey. And if I have you, we got to discuss Bailey here. And thank you again, 25, for being a member of the channel. Folks, if you haven't already, sign up to be a member of the channel. And at the end of every month, we do a raffle giveaway for just those of you that are shiners and have the recurring payments set up. So thank you, 25, for being one of that and producing this next segment here. I think with this run defense, Frankie, they have a plan, they have a vision that they want to stop the run, and they don't want these 3rd and 4s where Will and Bailey could be deemed irrelevant. They want 3rd and 7 and longer. So you trade for Sweat. You get rid of JJ. You get faster on the edge when you draft Bailey. You bring in Animata. You bring in Demario Davis. You spearhead this run defense so you can structure your entire defensive plan to 3rd and long speed rushers. Who are you going to stop? You're going to double Will? Okay, Bailey's free. Briggs is one-on-one. You can stunt. You can do things in the middle to open up other guys. You can blitz Sherwood through there. You have a lot of options that you can do, and it's not, we only got one rusher. Oh, he's getting double teamed all day. It's not happening. I am very big. And I saw your tweet today, Frankie, and my face lit up because I saw the tweet before you replied to me. I sent the invite to you early this morning, but you were at camp when you said, if it goes, I'm summarizing that if it goes well this year and the offense scores points, that Will and Bailey can combine for 20 sacks. I've been screaming that they can combine for 20 sacks because
Oh yeah,
we're going to be in the game more. We're going to stop the run. There's going to be more pass rushing opportunities. The game's not going to be over 2 possessions in like we've had so many weeks. The games that Will McDonald were effective in last year, Pittsburgh in it to the end, Cincinnati in it to the end, Cleveland in it to the end. So all of these games where Will was making an impact in the fourth quarter were games where the offense showed up. So now if you have the offense showing up more and now you have a run defense, there's going to be more pass rushing opportunities, which in theory should lead to more sacks.
absolutely, man. 100%. Listen, I think if Will McDonald and David Bailey were on the Kansas City Chiefs or the LA, Chargers or the Rams, I think it's a shoo-in they'll have 20 plus sacks. I just do. The both of them combined. And I think one of them might even near close to 15, just one of those two. Now, to what that super chat was about that defensive rookie of the year or that membership chat, I wouldn't go defensive rookie of the year with your money. Go over and bet the over on Bailey sacks if you want to put a Bailey bet on. If you're going to put $100, whatever that is.
Line. I would move the line if you can. I know some of the props you can and some you can't.
Oh yeah.
On what site you use? I would move the line and get better odds. I think
yeah.
What is it? 6.5?
Yeah, I mean Jake's prize pick. I can't use prize picks. I don't know why, but Jake's prize picks is 5.75, 5 3/4, which is a weird number. Yeah. But they're saying it's 6+. So if you're telling me 6+, I mean he might get 6+ by halfway through the season. He might get 6+ by week 6. I'm not joking. Like it might get hot
by the end of October. I believe that this guy.
Yeah, he's gonna have a game. He's gonna have a game. He's gonna have 3 sacks if he's healthy. If he's healthy, he'll have a game where he has 3 sacks, and that's half. You're halfway there.
Yeah,
he
should a great rookie year if he can average like 0.75. If you can average 0.75 sacks a game throughout the season, you're looking at double digits awesome. Easy. You're looking at 12, right? 11 or 12. So
I think he can get close to 10. Yeah, I really do. I think and listen, you know what's what's crazy?
10 before the bye. And if we're playing competitive football in December, man, those numbers are going to get better.
You want to know what's crazy? You're going to think I'm crazy, and I am crazy. But
that's why we get along.
Exactly. If he broke Javon Kirsch's rookie sack record, 14.5, he had 15. I would not be surprised. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that. I will not come on here and be like I was surprised. I'm not.
Talk dirty to me, Frankie. This is right up my alley.
I had to
dirty to me, baby.
You know it, baby. No, but
14.5 sacks from Bailey.
No, I'm just saying if we're talking in February. Or whatever, late January when the season's over. I don't think we're going to be playing in February, right? But I wouldn't be surprised.
14.5 sacks from a rookie.
If he had 15 sacks his rookie year, like I trust me, I like this. This kid's as good of a rusher.
Yeah,
as he's A+. I had Myles Garrett and Von Miller. He's an A. I can't say a guy that I think's an A in today's NFL with 17 games. Yeah, that would be a lot. That'd be crazy. But I wouldn't be surprised. Me, I'm just saying. I wouldn't be like, oh my god. Just saying.
And one other thing before we got some action in the chat. We got to keep track of the holding penalties.
The
holding penalties.
They're all over the place.
It's one of those analytical stats.
Oh yeah, with him you're saying. Sorry,
I'm not big on analytics.
Yeah.
I want to know that the holding penalty. Like if we go into week 1 at Tennessee and between Will and Bailey, we end up with 3 sacks and multiple holding penalties, you're flipping the field by 10 yards. 10 yards are sometimes greater than a sack. And then if you get that incompletion,
it is a sack.
Now you're giving the offense a better opportunity out on the field. But speaking of being better out on the field, Cisco Lopez, ladies and gentlemen, gifted 10 Nick Shine Show memberships.
Here we go, baby.
J-E-T-S. Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go, baby.
To the member.
All right. Cisco's 10 went to AZ Jet Petrucci, Braden from New Zealand, Darren McCollum, Jets Johnny, Smelly Ellie, ETF Red, Reverend Norman Bates, AJ Osborne, Mike D's Jets, Bino. Thank you, Cisco. I appreciate you, sir. Now, folks, Cisco is ineligible to win the raffle prize as producer of the show. But any of you who gift a $5 super chat or gifted memberships at the end of the show, you're eligible to win Cisco's 10 raffle entries for Sunday night's mystery jersey giveaway. Sorry. Cisco, you're the man. Appreciate you, brother. And Frankie, before you leave, we have a little surprise for you on the way out. All right.
A good surprise or a bad surprise or a surprise.
I get gifted surprises, and I just get told here's a surprise, and
Okay.
I'll be watching.
I don't do well with
with you.
surprises. Okay, that sounds good.
Put
Is
your
it-
faith
is
in me,
it-
my friend.
Is it me getting interviewed by Court Sports and being half in the bag? Hopefully that's something. No, I'm just kidding.
Not that I know.
No.
Not that I know. I don't know what it is. I haven't watched it yet, so I
Okay.
don't know. I will
All right.
be watching with you for the first time. Macho
Cool.
Talk Sports, who I will be a guest on his show this Saturday night at 8:00, says, if you could pay attention to only one player during the whole preseason, who would you lock in on? Now, Frankie, I'm going to take Bailey off the table for you for this answer.
Yeah, so it's a good question. Let me think about this. Probably. You know what? I'm gonna go Braylon Allen.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know what? Because listen, I don't think they're gonna play Brees that much. He didn't play in the 2-minute drill period today. I think they want to put him on ice a little bit. Maybe still dealing with something from last year. Man, Braylon Allen, how nice would it be to have another back that you can just give the ball to and is just gonna be like your James Conner kind of guy that's just gonna constantly break tackles, break the defense down, make life easier on everyone. Stay in the game late. Be your goal line guy, get Brees doing other things. I mean, I feel like we need that. Wouldn't that help everybody else out? And I like Braylon Allen. And it's funny, in the press room, I was talking with Maurice Jones-Drew for a while about Braylon Allen. Maurice Jones-Drew's awesome, by the way. What a cool guy. He's funny too. He's awesome.
He seems
he's
like
so
chill, but like he's got
he's
that
cool.
dry personality, but
Yes.
like that when his humor comes out, it's like unexpected.
Yeah, it's like a little
He's got a great
corny.
delivery.
Yeah. A little corny humor. Almost a corny
Yeah.
horny. That would have been weird. He's but no, he's cool. He's super chill. But I was talking to him about Braylon Allen. He's like, listen, I don't know how to judge this guy. He goes, sometimes he wants to be Mike Allstott, and other times you see him do he can notice a cutback lane. He one cuts and he's out for 60 yards. He's like, I don't get him. He's like, this is going to be a big preseason for him. I want to watch him. So I think Braylon Allen's, someone that'll be someone that I'm looking for, and he's going to get a lot of looks. I think. Hopefully, they don't use him in kick return, which I don't know why they did last year.
It was horrible. I was at that game. I was with Lou B. We were down in Miami for that game, and he's catching kickoffs before the game. And I text in the Discord. I'm like, weird development here pregame. Braylon Allen's catching kickoffs.
Yeah.
And then about an hour and a half later, maybe not even that long, just a bad day all around for Braylon Allen. The opening drive, Fields looks good. They get down to the one, ball pops out.
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Not too long later, the season-ending injury, which in the beginning we were told it wasn't going to be season-ending. And then in the middle of the season, it wasn't going to be season-ending. And then you saw that it was season-ending. So hopefully he bounces back, plays with a vengeance, and it's not the looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. You have this physique, you have the physicality, go play like it. You don't have to be all-star. You could still be fleet of foot, but lower your shoulder, crack people, deliver the blow instead of waiting and get hit and make them go backwards. One thing that drives me nuts about Brees, and I've gone on rants about this. I hate the spins in the backfield.
Yeah, I'm not
Someone
a big
gets
fan of
through,
those.
bro, you got to put your shoulder down, get
Yeah.
through. Sometimes getting back to the line of scrimmage is the win in the play. It's not taking that extra yard or two. Now you lose your momentum. You give other guys time to get through and get to you. Bro, sometimes you just got to go, and you can get through maybe an arm tackle. Guys miss tackles all the time in the NFL. It's the poorest tackling era in NFL history, Frankie. Just, bro, make the contact and go full speed. Stop trying to dance 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And you see the backs that get away with that stuff, that do it, like Christian McCaffrey does it, Alvin Kamara a little bit. They have such explosive or twitchy short area quickness that even when they do it, they're instantly able to kind of recover what they're trying to do or where they're trying to go. Brees doesn't really have that. Sometimes Brees has to get moving a little bit for you to like really see the speed and the lightning that he has. So I'm with you there. Yeah, I think I just listen, man. With Brees, man, we all need to hope that he can get back to that form his rookie year, because there's not many running backs that come onto the scene like Brees did and take over the league or take the league by storm in that first. You remember that first 7 games, he almost had 500 rushing yards. He was on his way to winning, offensive rookie of the year. He was running away with it. He would have beat Garrett. And Garrett, by the way, man, Garrett Wilson, I spoke about this on Jake. I don't want to get more into it than I got on there, but like just seeing that guy in the interview room during his media availability, like that dude, you listen to him, you look at him, you're like, let's freaking go. Like if I could put a helmet on for this guy, I wouldn't even think twice. It's like giving me a little bit of like, I don't want to say he's Ray Lewis vibes because he's not as verbal as Ray, but like that's the kind of football player that you would want to go to war with that guy. Like if you were looking at the Jets today, the whole team, and you had to point at one player, size aside, there you go, that you'd want to go to war with, you're picking out him. He's all giddy on the field. He's all pumped. He's stretching earlier than everyone. He's catching balls, throwing passes, having fun. He loves playing football. There is no doubt about it. And he loves competing. So he tries too hard sometimes, I think. Kind of gets in his own head a little bit. I saw it today, but the offenses do him no favors, man. He's got new quarterbacks, new OCs, new systems, new guys playing next to him. It's tough, man. And I just hope we have that guy for a stretch where everything's running well and he's just going to have his 1,350 yards and 8 touchdowns, because there's no way that's not going to happen if the offense is well oiled. So
no, absolutely. To answer that question, I'm Garrett Wilson. If I can't watch Bailey, I'm on to watch Garrett Wilson. I would. Yeah. If Tavondre Sweat was out there, I've been screaming. I know you and I are new to doing shows together. I've been screaming for years about having a big fatty in the middle of the defense. So I would love to watch Tavondre Sweat go against Tittman, go against Parham, throw Myers around. Like I would love to watch, because I'm a big believer that if you're good right in the middle, we're closest to the ball, you free up everybody else around you. So watching Sweat do what Sweat could do, but I'll pick Garrett if it's not Bailey. 7 Rings, Patriot fan, but still here supporting the Jet Show. Thank you. Says the Jets are worth over $10 billion, which is top 5 in the NFL. That's crazy now. If only they make the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, you're in New York City. You're always going to be valued higher, right, in this market. Just win.
Totally.
Just win. Just win.
That facility today, man, I haven't been there in a bit. That facility is gorgeous. How they did it at Florham Park. Everything about that place is nice. How nice are those grass fields, right? Can we have our players play on the same kind of field that they're practicing on? Like, can you just set up grass, please? You don't have to have this long grass, people think like, oh, grass makes players slower. And how much slower? Who really cares?
You're playing against others.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't really care. Like I don't.
What are you timing people on plays? Like shut up.
I have a theory, Nick. I think both teams, the Giants and Jets, playing at MetLife has been detrimental to their success. I just think the vibes are not great there. The field sucks. Both teams
too big for
both teams have been terrible. Both teams have we and the Giants have the worst record the last 10 years. We're like half the game apart. Seriously. It's like,
It's
is that a
not
coincidence? Why?
the
Because the Giants won their first year there? Whatever. Like, that doesn't mean anything, but they got to get rid of that place, man. Or they got to change it.
yeah. I'm my stance with this is in order to have a stadium with multiple teams, and don't forget the high school football plays there too, come December, the grass will get chewed up. In the early 2000s, they had grass field. I believe it was '03, the year that Pennington got hurt in the preseason game when he broke his hand. They had grass, and you would see clumps of hay, and it would be light brown tinted, and there would be balls of grass all
I
over the
remember
field
that.
because it didn't hold up. But to do that now with this stadium and to make it work, you'd have to build a tray system like the other stadiums have. And MetLife Stadium is not going to give up their concert season, which is more profitable than Jets games and Giants games, to have that dug up and built and put in place where you can have your filtration system and the watering system underneath and the lighting that you need to do that. I just don't see it happening. I think as much as players and fans are disgruntled about it, it's just the truth and the way it is.
Let me ask you a question though. I want
Okay.
I would love for someone to do a study to see what would the extra profits be from a winning team, or let's say a team that makes the playoffs
Nothing.
versus
For MetLife,
for the team in general. Wouldn't the Jets make more money overall? So that extra money, if you put that
Oh, yeah.
into,
I
like
thought
I'm
you
just,
meant MetLife Stadium.
yeah,
MetLife
I'm
Stadium
curious.
gets their money already. The tickets are sold.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing.
But
I mean, a playoff game would make more money, obviously.
yeah, the value though of everything, like you're not, you could charge more. You're not going to lose as many people. You're
Yeah.
going to sell more jerseys. You're going to,
Franchise
have
quarterback, right?
sponsors pay more. Like I don't know. There's like
Franchise
I don't
quarterback does
how
that,
much.
right?
I don't know. I don't know the numbers. I have no idea. They obviously don't believe, or it's not worth their time to think even about that, or they don't
Yeah.
believe that it'll make the team better. Because trust me, if Woody Johnson thought that having grass there would make the Jets better, or John Mara thought that, I bet you they both have to think
Yeah.
that.
They would have to come together.
They would
with
yeah.
MetLife. It's three. It's not just the Jets and the Giants.
Yeah.
MetLife Stadium too.
They own,
New Jersey
true.
Sports Authority, whoever owns and operates it. The three of them would have to come together. They'd have to devise a plan. It would have to be done well in a year in advance so that the next year's concert series is pushed back to allow this development to happen. It's not a, hey, let's throw grass in for next week. It's the World Cup was 6 days, if not more, between each game here in the middle of summer where they could be watered and taken care of. There's weeks where you're going to have Jets game on a Thursday. Well, not this year, but Giants game on a Thursday, Jets on a Sunday, Monday, back-to-back weeks, high school playoff games all day on Saturday. You have to have a good system in place and not just throw out grass and hope that it works. You have to do the tray system. There's no other way, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I like I just like the vibes today at Florham Park. Again, I haven't been
it's great.
at Florham Park in a while. I usually don't do practices. I haven't. So going there and everything being Jets, it's about the Jets. It's not a Giant Stadium 2. It's not a concert stadium 2. It's not a fucking circus stadium 2. It's the Jets Stadium. The vibes were great. And it just felt like football. Like you were out there and it was like, this is football. Like you go to MetLife, you're like, no, this is a football team playing in some generic stadium that's clearly just here to see how many people you could hold with, a big parking lot in the middle of the tri-state. It's just, you gotta, the best companies, the best owners, the best managers, the best whatever products, it's more than just what you think yields the most or what's like the most cost effective. Yeah, one comes after the other. Sometimes you got to think about, what can I invest now,
spend
to
money,
build, spend money, to make more later on because the product's better. And I don't think that MetLife was built with that in mind. It was like, oh, we could get away with all this. This is a highway robbery. Literally, it's off a highway, and that's what they put together, right?
And North Jersey is known for robberies, so it ties together perfectly. I'm the Jersey guy. I'll make that joke. You tread lightly.
Yes. Yeah. All I know is it's off a highway. All I know is my Uber driver one time did not know where to go. I told him to stop on the highway. I'm with 6 people. We have to jump out, some girl starts running in the I'm like, where are you? Are you kidding me? You're gonna get hit by a car. It's like whatever. So yeah, I know all about the highways in Jersey. Actually, nobody knows. Yeah.
Lou B with another super chat says, besides depth, what is the weakest link or player? Take out quarterback.
I don't think Gino would even in that discussion. The weakest link is I think the weakest link is I think CB1.
Yeah.
There you go. CB1
Center and CB1, right?
Yeah, CB1 because
I think
I don't
we're
think
going to be good at safety.
yeah.
And when I mean good, I don't mean
Yeah, safety will be okay.
I think that they can come up with hybrid schemes with Fitzpatrick, with Brownlee. You know, you can do a three safety thing when Brownlee and Fitzpatrick are there. You can have one of them up in the box. They run someone in motion. The other one can come up. The other one can back up. I think you can get creative. You can have Belton back there who seems to be making plays everywhere. So I think that with
Stevens
Belton,
is going to have trouble.
Yeah. You know, I tweeted that last Saturday.
And listen, Stevens is going. People have to realize this. Sorry to cut you off. Stevens is going up against the best receivers on the opposing team.
Yeah.
The NFL's got a lot of good receivers, so he's gonna be outmatched every game of the season. Like seriously, he just is. Or 16 out of 17 games. There's not going to be a matchup. You're like, oh, Stevens has the upper hand there. I don't know if he will all year with this. I just don't think he will. So like. Unless you're giving him hell, maybe Pons plays into that. Maybe they're not going to line him up against the one that much. I wouldn't. I would just play. I'd play more zone, if you want my honest opinion. I don't think that team should try to play man at all. I don't know what Glenn's trying to. Don't play any man. Just play zone all damn day. Play zone blitz.
But the secondary is like almost all theirs. You got Pons. You got AZ Thomas. You traded for Brownlee. You brought in Fitzpatrick. You brought in Belton. You brought in Cisco. You drafted more. This is like your secondary.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Listen, they need Pons back. I mean, like, he'll make a big difference because the thing with the secondary, it's okay to, the mentality of bend but don't break is fine. I think Glenn likes to play that. They played that in Detroit, right? They bent. They didn't really break that much.
Yeah.
They did have an offense scoring 35 points a game. That's nice. But, they're bending and breaking. That's the problem. Pons will help you bend and then not break because he'll break on a ball that he'll intercept. Nick, these guys don't break on balls, man. I mean, you would think Minka would. I'm looking at him. I didn't see it today, and he was kind of playing a little bit in the box, so maybe he wasn't in those opportunities. But Stevens isn't. AZ's not. Like, these guys aren't breaking on any balls, man. They're kind of just like trying to make sure they're not giving up a reception. Not like, all right, I'm not going to get the reception. More so, I'm going to intercept the reception or the attempted reception. Like, that's where they're not clicking for me. And I think Pons will be someone that'll come in and be like, all right.
Instinctive. He's more instinctive, and he's got a
definitely. And he's aggressive mentally.
He's a baller.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right with that. I feel that they play not to get beat. They don't play to make the play. And that's why you don't get any
exactly,
interceptions.
Dude. It's 1,000,000%.
Does it tie together? Does no pass rush make you play more conservative because you can't take the chance? But now that you have the pass rush, do you let your balls drop, and do you take some chances where you can maybe jump a route? And if not, you got better safety play over the top to cover you if you do pick up a trend that you think you can jump a slant or jump a route or a hitch. Like, go make a play. I do not care if you think it's going to be a hitch and you jump the route and then you get beat on a double move. I'll take that because you're trying to make something happen on a defense where nothing happened last year except watching the refs move the chains 10 yards down the field at a time. So go find a way to make a play would be my anthem for this defense this year.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. So that's got to be it. You got to have somebody that is just doing whatever they can to make a play on a ball, like in that moment, and not afraid to give up a big play. Also, like the good's gonna come with the bad. I mean, and that's why when you look at guys like Deion Sanders, they'll talk about some big plays that he gave up against certain receivers, but he took it back. And then it's the same thing with That guy Deron Bland, right, with the Cowboys. He had all those pick sixes and picks, but they said he gave up that much. Or sorry, Diggs is a kind of guy like that, right? But then you have guys that they can cover, but they don't get picks really because they're just shutting everybody down, kind of like the Revis kind of mold in a way. But we don't have either, so we kind of need like someone that's lean in one way or the other. Like you're either leaning like you're opportunistic, give up plays, but get some interceptions, or be kind of locked down, but be actually locked down at times. Like these guys are like just whatever, like mid. Yeah. I mean, I hate using that word, but kind of is what it is, right? Like
I would take mid. Last year we were bottom of the league. I'll take mid. Mid would be a massive upgrade. One of the cool stories that Wayne Corbett was telling last night was that one of the guys there asked him a question that his son was going into Monmouth and he's playing and he's a walk-on receiver and he's looking to get time, and Wayne gave a really in-depth answer about just receiver breakdown and leverage release, and all this stuff. And then he's like, don't worry. He's like, nowadays everyone's worried about your ratings on Instagram and Twitter and 4-star, 5-star. He's like, everyone's worried about their 40 time. He's like, I played against Deion Sanders. If I run a 4.6 and Deion runs a 4.2 and Deion's covering me, guess what? He's got to run a 4.6. Make them play your game. You can take that element out of them. You can get up into someone's body before you break out of your route. You can get them on their heels. His answer was just so in depth, and it was like awesome to listen to. But this defense, right, tying it into this, find ways to play faster. Don't let the offense slow you down. You got to find ways to either design the scheme or be aggressive within the scheme to make plays happen. There will not be a large, I hope it's at home, or I hope I'm at the game, because in Nashville, my prediction for the opening drive of the season is the first third down, Bailey comes around the edge, hits Ward's elbow, ball pops up, Pons takes it, returns it for a pick six. That's how we start the season on defense. And already the tweets about the greatest Jets defensive draft class ever start to fly. So that would be a great thing to happen for us.
Well, I have something for you, right? You know how I'll know if this Jets offense is going to be bad by one criterion. I'm going to make it very simple for you before I go, okay? The simplest thing ever. If their first play is an HB dive to Breece Hall, I'm out. That's it. I don't want a dive to Breece the first play. A gap or B gap. No, that's it. If Frank Reich does that on the first play of the year, that offense is not going to be a fun one. That's all I'm just going to say.
One caveat.
One caveat.
Pons doesn't get tackled, or Pons gets tackled, doesn't score. He's at the 1, and they bring Braylon Allen. Can we just say, if the first offensive play is at the 1 yard line, then we're good.
Fair enough. Or Breece Hall takes that in A gap and goes 60 yards for a touchdown, obviously. But yeah.
Say it again.
Listen, you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, this roster, I was there today, looking at these guys, kind of feeling things out, getting vibes on things. This roster's good. It's very good. It's definitely a roster that is a rebuilded kind of roster. Now it's up to the coaches to put these guys in the best position to make plays. That's what it is. The thing with edge players that we're lucky with is they don't.
Players?
Hey, y'all go subscribe to the Nick Shine Show.
There you go. That was nice. That wasn't AI. I'm jealous.
The only part that's AI is he said the Nick Shine shop, and Cisco had to change it to. That's why if you listen, he gets very southern at the end. It's like the Nick Shine show, but it's perfect. It's perfect.
I like it.
Hey, y'all go subscribe to the Nick Shine Show.
Okay. Wait, he said shop, and you guys AI'd it to shop.
And I wasn't correcting him because he is built like a runaway train. So I was not correcting him. This happened also.
Subscribe to the Nick Shine Show, man. Come on. You heard him. You got to do it. Now, don't make the all-pro right tackle come after you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You hear Lou B at the end? Can you sign my hat?
Yeah. How many guys signed Lou B's hat? How many signatures do you have? Like
Everyone.
15?
Everyone. He had
Yeah.
the bus driver sign it. He had the guy giving out waters. Lou had everyone sign his hat. It was remarkable.
You saw my hat? Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Gino. I got you. Gino, you look great. I got you. Thank you, man.
Goated.
That's tremendous. Well, Frank, I told you we had something before you left. I appreciate your time. And Cisco created this, and I will watch this for the first time with you. Enjoy, folks.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Times ways to get open.
Frankie V in the building.
Jeremy Rucker had a phenomenal catch. Jelani Woods can play ball. The running backs, take them individually. Brees is Brees. We know what he can do. Braylon Allen had the best run of the day. Even Kike Wanu was playing a little bit of running back and making some things happen. Because Isaiah Davis obviously was there. Receivers, Garrett, A.D. Mitchell is awesome. A.D. Mitchell is as fast as you can get as a receiver, as twitchy as you can get. High points, you know, when he needs the high point, and he's a playmaker. So, you know, you go through the list, the offensive line, I don't need to go through it. Everyone's got something about them, right? But, and Gino, we know how accurate he can be. So, like, you know, everyone's got something about them that makes them potentially an above average player at their position. The issue becomes the play call. For me, I did not like what I saw when it came to the play calling today. Whereas I like they're also not, everything's hard. It's for Gino to complete a pass, you gotta have really good protection. For us to I don't think the scheme's there, man. I don't think it's like this X's and O's battle. I just think everything, when Gino drops back, you're like gasping whether or not it's going to be a sack, or when he does throw it, it's going to get there on time. Everyone doesn't seem like there's enough natural separation from the play calling, and I just thought that, you know, that was a problem. Now listen, Tampa's defense is really good, and Todd Bowles is one of the best in the game, and one of the best defensive play callers in the last maybe 10 years. So he's up there, top 15, 20, for now. We're doing that. Yeah, he is. I mean,
at this point of camp or during practices, just trying to get the matchups against other people. You're doing each other a favor and a service while
the right word. Sorry to cut you off. That's the word. It doesn't feel like there's rhythm. It seems like every play is independent in and of itself, and it depends. Egg route for 2-3 yards, and he can take it 20. That'd be nice. Now, listen, they do that in 7-on-7, right? So I've seen it done there, but like, it's not vibe offense. And I just, Frank Reich's Frank Reich. Let's go!
Nice.
There we go, babe. I had to watch that whole thing. I was like, I'm not leaving before I'm watching. Cisco, you're the man. Nikki Shine, you're the man.
Thank you.
That was goated. That's a great song.
Thank you for hanging out.
And gals.
We'll talk soon, brother.
Later, my man. Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Cisco. Now, one last thing. World premiere. We have another Cisco creation. We'll be right back after this. Blitz BK.
First and 10 on the 20s, how we set it off. All these teams like this turf, they all wet and soft. Real grass, real gas, what we calling for. Top 5D, special teams and score plenty more. Ready for corduroys, ready for many more. Open hole, run the ball and take this soul. They just lost. lost in the sauce when Q on patrol. Pound the ball down their throat with hard, yo. We move bodies, leave it second and inches. Leave the weapons outside, we kill them inside the trenches. No remorse, no resentment, no talk, all is business. Got the fins on the hitless, division rap by Christmas. No third to convert, count the ball till it hurts. Hit them with slants, screens, and streets, they all work. First downs after first, number 8 to G-Dub. All we do is convert, the other team we see as scrubs. J-E-T-S-J-E-T-S-J.
We was ready to come back and show what type of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack. To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. For all you non-believers, disrespect us. Can't wait.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the new countdown to start the show. So when you see the Nick Shine show, Nick Shine is live. You better say, oh shit, Blitz BK is playing now. I got to get there. Speaking of getting there, no, that's not a hashtag Diana Rossini quote, but it very well could be. Yesterday, I had the absolute honor of introducing Wayne Corbett at his event. Check it out.
To introduce the star of the night. Now, before I say his name, and we all know who it is, I got to tell you about this guy. We all watch the NFL. We all love the Jets. This player is different. He personifies everything that we... Come on, man. All right, he told me I couldn't do that. I was going to do it anyway, but now I'm doing it.
Have a seat, Wayne.
So, something stands out about him when he was on the field. He didn't accept no for an answer. He was undrafted, didn't bother him. He was working his butt off in training camp, made the team, wasn't enough. He went on to be a star. He went on to be a legend. He went on to be 21 years after retirement, the reason that we're all gathered here today. I am honored to call him a friend. And ladies and gentlemen, our hero, Wayne Corbett.
Awesome. So you have to get the backstory of that. We're at the event last night. Myself, Liz, the Jets girls are there. We're at a table, and a woman from iHeartRadio comes over, and she's like, does anyone want to introduce Wayne when he comes out? And before I could even put my hand up, the girls were all like, let him do it. So, yeah, it came together nicely. It was a nice little intimate thing. There's about 50 to 60 people there. Wayne's parents were there. I got to talk to them. Wayne's mom looks at me and goes, I've watched that entire interview with you and my son like 3 times. And the dad goes, oh, she's watched more of it, but she's watched it all the way through 3 full times. So shout out to the Corbetts if you're watching. Again, you've done a tremendous job with your son. And it's really cool that I can call Wayne Corbett a friend. So it's crazy. I know. I don't even know sometimes what to think is going on in my life with where I was and where I am now. But I am very blessed, very grateful. And man, I mean, we keep saying it, right? We just need this team to win. It's all we need is this team to win. All right. I am getting today's press conference from Aaron Glenn queued up. Let me switch over. All right. We got to switch over here. Give me 1 second here, folks. Old man interneting. I got to switch over to Google Chrome because, all right, let me, here we go. This should be enough time.
You have superpowers! You gotta fly over there!
All right. There we go. Let's open this. Old man interneting. You guys know how I get. All right, here we go. For those of you in Discord, the call-in link is there. We're going to get through the presser first, and then we'll open up the calls. Don't forget, Sunday, we'll have Earl Christie here from the New York Jets Super Bowl III championship team. He'll be making his debut on the show, and we will have our raffle giveaway. I'm very excited to do that. It's the first time that we are doing a mystery box. I ordered the mystery box. It got here today, and it could be a list of any of these players. It can be Namath, Revis, Martin, Klecko, Hall, Gastineau, Sauce, Garrett Wilson, Quinnen, C.J. Mosley, Pennington, Lyons, Maynard, Corbett, Mawai, Mangold, AVT, or Richard Todd. So very excited to see who wins that. And then on top of that, who's in the box, hashtag Diana Rossini quotes. You're welcome, Cisco. That's for you and all your hard work. Let's get to AJ, see what he's got to say.
Front. Inkambari, he didn't go. He'll be day-to-day. He has a foot. He'll be just fine. And then really good news on Stiggers. Obviously, he was out of the hospital yesterday. He's doing fine. He's actually in the concussion protocol. He had symptoms yesterday. So, and we'll take care of that exactly how we do any of our guys that's in that situation. So I'm really proud of that. Talked to him a good amount last night. He's doing well. I talked to his wife. She's taking good care of him, so I'm happy about that. Really good day of work. Obviously, we have some situational work, a lot of red zone going in 2 minute. It was a battle against a good team. Man, it was intentional to get a 2 minute against this team. Baker does a really good job in that situation, and I want to say exactly how our guys operate in that situation. So it was 2 good days, 2 really good days. So looking forward to the game.
All right. So here's my thing on this, right? I don't know how you say 2 really good days. There's a lot of interceptions yesterday. The passing attack wasn't very good. There's a lot of things that need to be worked on here. I don't know how you can stand there and say really good days. You could say that we had some things exposed. We're looking to get better as a team, and this gives us an opportunity to do so. That would be my coach speak. And if ISU is watching right now, prepare for his comment in the chat. Also, that's a funny face on AG. I'm not going to lie.
For some of our young guys to go out there playing and see exactly how they've improved, and we'll go from there. So any questions?
With Stiggers, can you disclose if him passing out was due to dehydration, or I know you said he's in concussion protocol, so was it due to a hit? Or
You know what? I can't say that. Obviously, he's in protocol, so exactly something must have happened. I can't tell you exactly when. But to me, at the end of the day, he's going to be just fine, and that's all I care about.
How did you feel like you guys did both defensively and offensively?
Yeah, so obviously we let them score in a 2 minute. And again, I mean, this is why I want to go against this team, knowing how Baker operates in this situation. I got to help him. When it comes to defensive calls, I got to help them. And on the offense, I really want to look at, what happened when it comes to that, exactly what they were in and how do we operate in that situation. I was more or less thinking about our timeouts and making sure that I control the situation when it comes to that. So I want to get a chance to look at that.
You mentioned penalties. That's kind of emphasis, trying to clean that up. How do you think the team did the last couple of days?
Well, when you look at yesterday, I know that we had 8 penalties and they had 16, so I have to look at what happens today, and see what happens. And it's really why the refs are here, because I want to get a true evaluation of how the penalties were. And for us to be in a situation like we were yesterday when it was 8-16, I'm pretty happy about that, but I want to see what happens today.
They seem to be calling defensive holding a lot. Is that something that you and Todd want that at all? Or
Say it again?
They call defensive holding a lot the last 2 days.
Yeah.
On both teams.
Got it.
Is that something you guys wanted, or is that not the way it happened?
I don't think either coach wanted defensive holding. Listen, we want the refs, whatever they saw, we want them to call it. And again, we have to look at the tape and see exactly how it went down. But I don't think any coach wants any penalties being called. So, but again, listen, they called it, and I'll tell our guys, it's not like the refs can say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't hold." So it is what it is. Thing is, we just need to go on to the next play and continue to play.
Now, I wonder if that's something that the league is going to be working on this year. if they're calling it that at such a high volume, every year the NFL will send out a memo to teams and say, we've reviewed games, we looked at the footage, we see that this is a trend, and we're going to look to try to stop it. And this is where they do it. They don't show up week one and surprise you. The NFL makes a concerted effort to tell you this is what we're targeting, whether it was cornerbacks getting too handsy, whether it's offensive linemen turning and using leverage, whatever you want to say. I wonder if this is the thing this year that they're going to keep an eye on. It's worth keeping your eye on as we go forward here.
For him get into it, and then he wasn't playing for a little while. Was that kind of like after yesterday you wanted to nip it in the bud?
Well, from yesterday, we had two guys that were out. I think Mimbo had an altercation later in that day, and I put him out. And then we had D-Jack had one, and I put him out. And that's just the policy that we had, you know. So if I see a situation where, you know, say if their guy starts it, and then our guys might grab, you know, I mean, I'll look at that situation and say exactly how it happened. And I might tell like, listen, we're going to take them out, let them cool off a little bit and put them back in. But if I know that our guys were the aggressive, man, you're getting out.
K2, with Klubnik, obviously he's going to get some action on Friday. What have you seen? What have you seen in him as we've gotten closer to the first game? And what did you see him out of?
Yeah, I've seen him grow each and every day. And that was the expectations for that player anyway. There's still a lot to grow, you know, a lot of growing for him to do when it comes to being a quarterback in the NFL. But I think the one thing that he does, he takes on the challenge. And he has this trait about himself that, you know, whenever he does make a mistake, he doesn't go down at all. His mentality is still, man, listen, I'm going to continue to go. I'm going to continue to try to not force balls, but be aggressive with the ball. But you can't be reckless. You know, that's one thing that he's learned in this league, that things like DBs and linebackers, they're a lot faster than in college. So, but I'm just looking for improvement for him every day.
You're talking
Afternoon.
than he was in the past. Have you seen that? And how much do you welcome that?
You know what? Yeah. And I'm a big component of letting players be themselves. And however that may be, said before, the diagnosis that we got was a lot better than we thought it was. And we're happy about that. And I think he'll be ready, you know, for week one. And looking forward to him getting back out there.
Expecting some of your guys to come back next week for practice, you think?
We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we will.
That would be great. If you can get Pons and Sweat back on this defense, and you can get them going with, I mean, this Sunday will be what, 28 days until the opener in Nashville? That's a good time to get them back. You got 2 more weeks of preseason games. Maybe you don't use them in the games, but you start ramping them up to get them ready for the opener.
Osai, I think he has a chance to get back. Good thing he's off PEP, took his conditioning test. He killed it. But the thing that, again, is, man, I want to make sure that I make the right decisions on our players being ready for week one. And I think that's what my job is.
Pons in that grouping as well. That you're good.
Pons, we'll see exactly what it is. Man, hopefully by next week he'll get a chance to do something. But I don't want to force the issue. Again, I want him to be ready for week one.
What are the handful of things that you're looking for on Friday night?
Yeah. Here's 3 things that I really want to see, and it's something that we talk about quite a bit. Is I want to see the fundamentals of the game show up, and when I say that, man, I want to see blocking, tackling, catching, ball security.
Oh, the fucking basics. Sorry.
Punching the ball. Like, I want to see those things, and then I want to see the techniques behind that also. Well, I want to make sure that we operate in that aspect when it comes to the game, and then I want to see us execute. I want to see those 3 things, and I want to see the discipline of our team. All right, so actually 4 things I want to see in this game.
What about for you, AG, the process of now calling the plays and managing the game at the same time? Is this a good dress rehearsal for you in that regard?
Yeah, yes, it is. It is, and this was thought out quite a bit, to be honest with you. Okay, so now how do I surround myself with people that's going to help me in that aspect also? Because listen, if you're calling it, you can't do everything, you know. And I want to make sure that I'm spot on when I'm calling. I want to make sure I'm putting our players in the best position, and then make sure I have the help around me when it comes to game management. When I'm on the defense side, when I'm calling it. But the thing is, I never want to be green to any situation that happens, right? So I continue to stay on top of that. I continue to manage the game. You know, when the offense is up, I want to continue to be able to manage the game when it comes to timeouts and all those things. So, because that's my job as a head coach, to make sure that. But my job is also to surround myself with people that can help me also.
AG, quick question about the second day of joint practices are always about corrections, adjustments. Do you think that you learned more about your team today or yesterday? Do you think that you learned more about your team on the first day of joint practices or the second?
That's a good question. Because the only thing that I think about when it comes to these joint, I mean, obviously, you always hear the second day, man, you have more fights than any time. And me and Todd had a conversation to make sure that didn't happen. Obviously, that's going to happen. It is. But it's more or less on, man, how do we improve every day? I don't care if it's a joint practice. I don't care if it's a regular practice. I don't care what it is. All I want to see is improvement every day. Because if we can do that, we're giving ourselves a chance to get ready for regular week one.
Okay.
Okay, I was listening there, and one of the reporters at the end says, "No timeouts, no challenges in the fourth quarter on Friday night. Those are the rules." So I thought they were done, but somebody chimed in with that. Ladies and gentlemen, our first caller tonight heard my outburst about AG. He's had a few of his own. We got Kyle Clifton. What's up, brother?
I'm not going to go in on it tonight.
All right, I did it for you. How's that?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I mean, I want to see handoffs and blocking and tackling. And all right,
I want to see whistles and striped shirts and striped grass.
I want commercial breaks and cheers. All right, that might be pushing it too far. What's on your mind, brother?
I'm just thinking, like, I think that getting Pons and Sweat back in a week or so is reasonable. When do we think we're going to see Sadiq again? I'm asking you. I don't know.
I'm thinking Cleveland week 5.
Really?
I think he'll probably be pup. Yeah. I think that the depth in the tight end room could help make that decision for them, where you don't want to lose him for the year and you don't want to rush him back. And if you got Ruckert and you got Woods playing well, all right, listen, we're going to pup you, kid. We're going to put you out for 4 weeks. We're going to make sure you're 100% before you're back on the field. And I don't think that's J-Boy said 2027. Damn it, J-Boy. Yeah, I think that you do that. And you don't want to risk this kid losing his rookie year, you know, with as valuable as he's supposed to be to this offense. So that's when I think.
And pop equals 4 games. Is that?
I believe so. It used to be 6, but I think they moved it up to 4 now.
Yeah, I mean that would just suck for the kid, and especially considering
I don't think so. I think the goal is to be ready long term, right? Like, you don't draft a guy for week 1.
No, I'm not saying like if he misses week 1, I don't really care, or even week 2, but like a whole month, like they did spend, you know, what was it, 16 overall on the kid, like, and and they must have known about the injury. What it comes down to is it's basically soreness as you're building back core strength, as I understand it from my reading. And I understand why they want to take it slow. It's just, you know, I don't know. I would love to see him getting some September game action personally, because I think
I pulled up the rules. The pup is you must sit out the first 4 games of the regular season. The practice window. After missing the initial games, teams have a 5-week window to allow the player to start practicing. The activation deadline. Once the player starts practicing, a 21-day clock begins for the team to activate them to the 53-man roster or shut them down for the season.
So And that's all regular season games.
If you get activated on your 21-day window and then you're not able to return to action at that point, then you're out for the year.
So, but I guess what I was saying is, like, would they be able to pup him now? Like,
no, you can pup somebody now, like Osai, Sweat, Pons are all pupped, but you can come off that anytime in the preseason.
Okay.
So when your initial, because it's not a final 53-man roster, we got to scrap that word from the NFL dictionary here. When your initial 53-man roster gets announced, you then can designate someone on a pup, and then it starts with week 1.
So you're thinking we start with Woods and we make that decision in October, problem?
Yeah. Well, it'll be September, right? Because you start ramping him up. If you have a 21-day window, you start ramping him up right after the Packer game.
And that might be one of those problems where it solves itself with the, an injury to one of the other receivers.
You got him out on the field for the majority of September. He's working his way back. I think that's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, well, the worst case in terms of sitting out. Worst case scenario is you pup him for 4 games. He comes back, no problems. He's 100% healed. Worst case scenario would be, we think he's good. Let's bring him back. And then it's lingering. It's lingering. Come November, season-ending surgery because he can't get it right. So, yeah, Knobcraft says it right. You protect the asset. Of course he wants to play. Of course he wants to get out there. Of course we want him. But you have to make sure he's 100%.
They must have really loved this kid, because if they knew about the injury and, if Glenn has any say in it and he's trying to protect his job, it just,
if you bring him back before he's ready and he gets hurt, that might be something that you.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for that. I'm just. No,
I'm not saying you're advocating for it. But in terms of Glenn, if you rush a kid back who's had this injury, had the surgery, gets re-injured, and then you rush him back out of desperation, that could be the writing on the wall. You're mismanaging your assets.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's good maybe that he's not showing that level of desperation, right?
Yeah. We'll see, and this could be after the Steeler preseason or Washington preseason game. Then all of a sudden it's hey, we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, if we get Sweat and Pons on the field, we feel like they can be impact guys. Obviously, what we've seen so far with Bailey been very positive. And if Mink and DeMario can be a reasonable facsimile of their former selves, then maybe the defense will be better.
I'm with you, man. I need better
football. But the offense will be. To me, the offense will be light years ahead of what it was last year.
Agreed. Which is not saying much, right? You can get to 24th in the league, and we could see some exciting shit.
Yeah, well, it's the lowest of low bars, and Fields was a major part of that. But also the fact that Garrett got hurt, and there really were a dearth of offensive weapons. So we don't have either of those problems anymore. No Fields and no dearth. So that's all I got, Nick.
I'm not stressing it because we have Taylor. I think our tight end room is one of the best rooms that we have, and I just want the kid right so that when he does hit the field, we never look back.
No, I mean, I like the idea of putting some of these guys you would refer to as size queens out there, Mason Taylor and Jelani Woods, and seeing if we can rough some people up a little bit. Let's do it.
I'm for that. I want to play bully ball. I'm tired of watching us get pushed around. I'm tired of watching the shit get beat out of us, and I'm tired of watching just piss poor play at the line of scrimmage. It's time to make the Jets line of scrimmage great again, man. Like, we need that.
I'm with you. That's why we should have drafted a center. That's all I'll say about that. I appreciate your time, Nick.
All right, brother. Be good. We'll talk soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our next caller. However, I have to play a video. I'm hoping You know what? I'm going to play this video again. For those of you, I see you in the back. I got to throw a load of laundry in. It's open. The machine's open. I got to go throw it in. I forgot to do that before the show started, and I don't want to be doing laundry all night. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. This will be the new opening on the show going forward, folks. Blitz BK with the music, Cisco with the production, New York Jets fans, top of the food chain.
First and 10 on the 20s, how we set it off. All these teams like this turf, they all wet and soft. Real grass, real gas, what we calling for? Top 5D, special teams and score plenty more. Ready for quarter wars, ready for many more. Open hole, run the ball and take their soul. They just lost in the sauce when Q on patrol. Pound the ball down their throat with haul, yo. We move bodies, leave it second and inches. Leave the weapons outside, we kill them inside the trenches. No remorse, no resentment, no talk, all is business. Got the fins on the hit list, division wrapped by Christmas. No third to convert, count the ball till it hurts. Hit them with slants, screens and streets, they all work. First downs after first, number 8 to G-Dub. All we do is convert, the other team we see as scrubs.
So how did that just feel? Feel great. We're pissed off. We was ready to come back and show what type of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack. To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. For all you non-believers, disrespect us. Can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just got a treat. Wow, backstage, this guy was super fucking energized watching that video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pissed off at this guy too right now. Hello, Charles.
Sorry about your show. Sorry that I didn't show up to your show earlier.
It's okay. Wait a minute. Welcome, by the way. I bought you a beautiful canvas painting and said, have it in the background when you call in. And now for the first time ever, you have your kitchen counters in the background, not the,
I'm sorry. I'm sitting in the
that I
wrong
got
place.
you.
I'm sitting in the wrong place. That's why.
Right.
Better now?
And no, because you didn't put it high enough up on the wall and we can't see. Show everyone on the wall. Yeah, move out. Right, the chair's there. All right. You got Jesus on top. I like that. All right. I can't knock that. God over everything. There you go. Even over Marvel and DC.
You damn right. Power of Jesus, baby.
Now you were very excited in the
Sorry,
back watching the
my
video.
stimming. I apologize.
You don't have to apologize. That
I
means
do,
that you enjoyed it.
My mother would say it's inappropriate behavior for a man your age to be acting like that. I was stimming. I was hyped. The intro was great. The intro was great. But BK, Cisco, y'all did a hell of a job. Keep up the good work. Also, once again, congratulations on having Mark Gastineau be your next guest on your show. That's a tremendous honor.
I have a little news on that, Charles. Thank you. The Gastineau interview is going to be late September, early October. They have some things going on. We do have it locked in, but it's going to be late September. I said, okay. I go to Nashville for the opener. When I get back, it's already in my calendar. I'll reach out to Mark at that time. And they said, okay, great. Perfect. So
that's excellent, man. You get another Jet. You've been getting asked for these Jet Legend interviews, my friend. It's the damn truth, man. Connie, Wayne, Wesley Walker, Ken O'Brien, Chad Cascaden. Did I say that correctly?
You didn't say it all yet. Finish the name.
Chad Cascaden.
Yes.
And now Earl Christie. I don't remember him. I don't remember my dad telling me about him.
He was on the Super Bowl III team. He was the defensive back on the Super Bowl III team. You're going to love it, Charles. He's full of energy, full of life. It's a very passionate, and you're going to love the conversation. This is a guy that has, for 83 years old, I believe, just chock full of stories, information, very inspirational human being.
That's wonderful. Also, I was on the Jake show earlier today, and he told me that I may have won some free preseason tickets for the game this Friday. I don't know if that's true or not, because I won an Azzy award for being lazy or something.
You beat the ham sandwich?
What is that supposed to mean?
That was one of the contestants you went up against. It was Beast, Bobby, a ham sandwich.
Really?
Yeah. Big fan of the show, huh, Charles?
Pretty much, yeah.
How's the Madden game going? I've been noticing that you've been playing late at night, and this might sound like Chinese to you, but me being a working man, I have to wake up early. So
It's a fun game. I'm still used to a little bit of some of the controls.
what are you playing on? Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation 5 or, PlayStation, you know what I mean.
Charles, I love your life. I work 3 jobs, and I don't have any video systems. I don't have the new
Then how the hell do
version
you
of
play
the
video
game.
games? You play on your son's console?
I don't. I miss them, but I have a truck in the driveway that's very expensive and takes all of my excess money every month.
Well, I wish I had your working life because that would make me happy where I can make money and where I can make some money. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I play it on PlayStation 5. It's a fun game.
what.
I mean, the graphics are impressive. The gameplay is pretty much the same, but with little tweaks here and there. People, I mean, what pisses me off is that when you play as like these rookie quarterbacks, I prefer it if they give all the quarterbacks their regular voices. Whereas when you're playing as a rookie quarterback, they give you a guy said, "Hey," I'm like, that's not Kate Klubnik's voice, that's not Shedeur Sanders' voice. I want to actually hear their voice when they're snapping the ball, when they're making their
generic voices for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's stupid to me. I don't know why they do
Charles,
that.
what if I could raise money to get you to have a job? What if I raised money to help you in multiple ways? What if we raised money for you to work out and say how tall is your building? 5 stories, 6 stories?
5 floors.
All right, so it's 5 floors. And what if like you recorded yourself or went live stream and like went for a walk on a live stream or climbed the stairs and started eating better? And we get Charles Gorman healthy, and we get Charles Gorman doing something where people could watch, people could contribute to your becoming fit, and I'm telling you, Charles, take it from me firsthand. When I stopped eating crap, my mental health got so much better. Like everything started getting so much better when I stopped putting crap into my system. Was that something you'd be interested in? Because I will start the process for you, my friend.
It's something I've thought about and considered.
Think about it now. Inquiring minds want to know.
I mean, I would love to get.
What if we gave you $5 for every time you went to the top of the stairs in your building and back down?
That would be cool.
Shut up, mess. Not now.
What did he say?
He says, no way, Nick. I like Chubby Charles. To be fair. All right, Charles, stop playing the belly bongos here. To be fair, this was me when I first met Wayne Corbett in 2011 underneath the stadium before the Dolphins game. That's me, Wayne, and Alona. And she came with me yesterday, and she said, we have to redo the photo. So there's Chubby Nick Charles back in 2011.
Who's Ilona?
Alona's the female in the picture. It's not me, and it's not Wayne Corbett. It's Alona right there.
I know, but okay, that's cool. She's a friend of yours. That's awesome.
Love of my life, Charles. That's how we describe.
That's awesome.
You have the love of your life. Okay. It just was the picture right above it. You're a knucklehead.
I love being a knucklehead.
All right. Now, $5 to go up you get $1 a flight. You do it 5 times in a day, you just made $25. But it's got to be recorded, and we got to have proof. You can't just text me, hey, I did it 17 times today.
Okay, I'll record it.
Is this something you're interested in? Could we start a Charles workout incentive program?
Something like that, yes.
All right. You live at the bottom of the hill by the Parkway Bridge. You walk up to the top of the hill, back down. Walk up to the top of the hill, back down. That's a steep hill. You get a good fast walk going up and back down. You do that a couple times. We can put up a whole entire workout chart for you to make money. This way now you don't have to worry about money. You just go, you don't work, you're home. You can go get healthy, and then you can make money getting healthy, dude. I did it for free. I'm telling you, bro, it is amazing. You look better, you feel better, you get compliments from people. It's so much good. It's so much better for your mental, so much better for your mental health, brother. Knobcraft just sent me $25 and said, if you make Charles work out, we're not friends anymore. All right, so there's that side of it too. There might be people paying you not to work out, Charles.
Come on, Knobcraft. Working out's not a bad idea.
I didn't do that. I'm teasing, Charles. I didn't do that.
Oh. Yeah, there's Mark Gastineau. He was a great pass rusher in his day.
Very. I tell you right now, folks, again, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We got a couple cool things going on here. Charles, give me a moment, please. Some show business stuff to do. We have a New York Jets mystery box with a New York Jets legend autographed jersey inside that box, which we will crack open live on the air Sunday night. $5 super chats, gifted memberships, get you on the wheel. Any $5 super chats or gifted memberships during this show get you on the wheel to win 10 of Cisco's raffle prizes, Cisco's appreciation raffle, folks. And we will give away 10 bonus entries for any of you. As of now, we only have Macho and Lou B on the wheel. So Macho and Lou
Macho
B.
Man Randy Savage? I'm just kidding.
Charles, show some damn respect. He's in heaven.
He's a great legend.
He's in heaven, though, Charles. How could he be in the chat if he's in heaven?
You never know.
Doesn't make sense at all.
I'm being an idiot, Nick. Let me have my fun. Macho. What up, Macho?
Knob says, I'm also on Team Charles. I just don't think pressing him to get fit is going to help him. Charles has a personality that fucking glows if you drop the expectations. Now, I'm not questioning his personality. I'm just saying that I want to see my friend get healthy. And if we could pay him and that could be his job, getting healthy, how do we not all support this? Dick? Knob, not you. You're not a dick, Charles. Wow. Former Pro Bowl tight end and Darren Waller and the Carolina Panthers are reached an agreement on a 1-year deal. So didn't he walk away from the Dolphins and retire like during the season?
I have no idea. Guy's got issues.
You know who doesn't have issues, Charles? Luppy. Luppy gifted a channel membership that went to Rooney Poo. Who made the term Rooney Poo famous?
Never heard of that term.
It was Rudy Poo, and it was The Rock. I was trying to trick you. Very good. Thoughts on the Jets, Charles?
I'm liking what I'm hearing from about David Bailey. I think he's going to be a great contributor to the defense, not just to the defense, but to the team. I mean, from what I understand, he's very intelligent in terms of
Hey, y'all go subscribe to the Nick Shine Show.
He's very intelligent.
And he keeps himself in great shape. I mean, I know a lot of people weren't crazy when we drafted him because we were terrible against the run, and I'm not denying that. But we were also had a terrible pass rush. And I've been saying this for years. We haven't had a legit pass rusher since John Abraham. And I think David Bailey's that guy now.
Hold on.
Calvin Pace was good, but he wasn't John Abraham.
No, Calvin Pace, no.
I'm saying he was
Calvin
good.
Pace was a physical run setting 3-4, 4-3 outside linebacker edge. He was in the hybrid. He wasn't a great pass rusher. He was the beneficiary of a lot of great Rex Ryan blitzes and designs. Great pass rushers. Let me go through this. I'm going through guys who've gotten double digits. Will McDonald, Bryce Hall, Huff.
Quinton Williams, and Muhammad Wilkerson.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't had a great guy. I mean, there was a time where Jordan Jenkins and Lorenzo Malden were your pass rushers on this team. So I love that.
Jordan Jenkins wasn't bad.
Why are you yelling over me? I love that this team is finally, now that they got offensive tackle solidified, they can start to add premium players at other positions. And I think that the Will McDonald Bailey combo is going to be something that we haven't seen. 2 speed rushers. They're either going to get held or get sacks time and time again. And I'm looking forward to it, man.
Same here. I agree with you in regards to Sadiq being ready for keeping Sadiq healthy till game 5. Well, keeping Sadiq not active until week 5.
What's up, Matthias?
Hey, Matthias. I really think Sadiq's going to be a really good player on our offense. I mean, in terms of his physical features and physical attributes, he kind of reminds me of Vernon Davis. I know I got some heat from other people. Like, he doesn't look nothing like Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis was a very good player for the 49ers and for Washington. I know he won a Super Bowl with Denver, but he really wasn't used much on that team. But he was a really good player in his prime. And Kenny and Sadiq, in terms of his route running, his physicality, his speed, his hands, kind of reminds me of Vernon Davis. And I definitely think Omar Cooper Jr. is going to wow some Jet fans this year, because I know some Jet fans think he stinks. I don't. And I'm glad that A.D. Mitchell's doing good. I think A.D. Mitchell's got the talent to be a pretty solid wide receiver to be reckoned with for years to come. I'm glad he's working with a really good wide. I've been saying this for quite some time. I think Sean Jefferson is a very good wide receiver coach. I don't think he's a scrub at all.
Right, we'll see this year. You're the evolution of A.D. Mitchell, the rookie Cooper. Can you get Arian Smith to be a contributor in year 2? And can you get Isaiah Williams? Can you get Isaiah Williams to go from a special teamer to a Brad Smith type of number 4 wide receiver in certain packages of 3? I don't get fixated on we need a 1, a 2, a 3, or 4. There's different packages in the NFL. There's different ways they want to attack the defense, where sometimes it might be Isaiah Williams and Garrett out there because that's what that play calls for, and those are the best 2 to run it together. There's other times where Williams might not be on the field. But I really look at this team, and I see 4 guys who can make plays: Cooper, Mitchell, Williams, and Garrett. And then you add the multiple tight ends, and then you add the multiple running backs, and this could be an explosive offense, Chuck.
I agree. But as the saying goes, if the proof is in the pudding.
What type of pudding?
Does it matter? Rice pudding, chocolate cookies, vanilla pudding. Banana pudding.
Rate your top 3 puddings. Go.
Chocolate, vanilla, and I'd say banana.
All right. I'm going to go rice, tapioca, and banana.
Okay. I tried rice pudding. I didn't like it.
Butterscotch is a little too sugary, but I used to occasionally go for a butterscotch pudding.
I would love to try butterscotch pudding. I have a sweet tooth. What can I tell you?
Well, get your sweet ass running stairs. Let's go. Send the video. We'll have Cisco put a Rocky tribute to you working out. And it's been the summer of Shine. Now it could be the fall of Gorman. You like that? It's got double meaning.
Fall of Gorman. It's not like I'm going to the hail or something.
It sounds like some stupid animated movie you would watch. The Fall of Gorman. Dum, dum, dum.
Or it was not like a wrestling promo. The Fall of Gorman.
Charles, I'm going to put you in the back for a moment because, ladies and gentlemen, call your friends. hit the like button right now. We have another breaking news announcement. This Sunday night, we will have Super Bowl III winner Earl Christie on the program. We have a commitment from New York Jet legend Mark Gastineau. Sometime in late September, early October, we're going to do it. And, oh man, hold on. I got the picture texted to me, and it's not in StreamYard yet. Give me a second. Cisco, send that to me on StreamYard in your DM, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to tell you that New York Jet linebacker, the infamous man built like granite, according to Chad Cascadden, will be joining the Nick Shine Show in the very near future. So Marvin Jones, who with Victor Green are my favorite players in my adulthood, and I've on the defensive side of the ball. I am very excited for this. I've gone back and forth with Marvin. He was coaching indoor football, and he said to me, yes, let's do it after this weekend. This was on Thursday or Friday, I believe. And Luppy, that's how I look in real life, bro. That's the picture with me from Atlantic City, man. Stay focused, Luppy. Stay focused. Also, thank you. As you know, whenever you compliment my looks on the show, that comment will get acknowledged on air. But ladies and gentlemen, Marvin Jones. I'm very, very ecstatic about this. So I'm going to reach out to Marvin tonight. He had his team year-end dinner yesterday with his football team, and we'll be having him on the show. We'll lock in a date. But Marvin Jones has committed to appearing on the Nick Shine Show. So I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful for all of these Legends interviews that we get to have. This is cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. All right. This is what I do here at times. We gotta take off the content creator hat and we're gonna put on the Jet fan hat. Holy shit. I'm very, very cool thing that's happening in my life right now as a Jet fan. So we told you guys a couple months ago, we're going to do everything we can to bring you the best possible content day after day, show after show, week after week, and we are not blowing smoke up you. We are reaching out to players, and we have a 100% hit rate right now with getting players to come on the program. So we are going to ride this wave as long as we can. And Cisco and I keep saying we add another link in the chain, right? One player could lead to another player, can lead to another player. And great things are happening here. I'm glad that you're all here, so part of it. Knob, you don't have to be here. You can go. Charles, thank you for that moment. Gut reaction over Marvin Jones. What did your father tell you about him?
It's funny. It's not that my dad doesn't dislike Marvin Jones. I rarely mention him to my dad, but I know he remembers.
Call your dad right now, and you tell your father Nick Shine's going to have Mark Gastineau. I was going to do that after I call into your. Wait. I'm going to put you backstage. You call your father, and you say Nick Shine's going to have Mark Gastineau and Marvin Jones on the show. Dad, give me your thoughts, and then you call back. I'll let you back in, and you tell me. Okay.
No problem.
Thank you. Tell your parents I said hello.
No problem.
Bye-bye. You know what? I wish everyone in life could listen to me like Charles does. Yeah, Luppy, call your dad. I wish I could call my dad. If someone tells you call your dad, you call your dad. Matty P. Nick is blowing his load this summer with all these guys. Great comment. David D, what's up, brother? Hope you're feeling well. David, I got a message today. Your Lions jersey has shipped, so probably take about 10 days to get here from overseas. But hope you're feeling well, buddy. And next Wednesday, the 19th, I believe, you're having surgery. So say a prayer for David D, everybody, and wish him well. His quad blew right off the knee, and the meniscus tore too. So he's got a little restructuring and reattaching that needs to be done. So say a prayer for him. Jaden gifted 10 jewels. Thank you, Jaden. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for being here. Luppy says, Nick, I was going to call in, but my boss is on the way home and won't allow me to use the internet while here. All right, Luppy, I understand. I always appreciate you, Luppy, whether you call in or you're in the chat, bro. Very good Jet fan. It was great seeing you at Chef Kevin's. Folks, we're not done with announcements. We're going to have more announcements by the end of the week, so don't miss the show. We're going to be on tomorrow night at 6:30. We're going to be on Friday afternoon after Jake's first show. I'm off on Friday. I'm going to be at Good Morning America. And then when I get home, Jake's morning show will be on. We'll come on after that. We'll have a little recap of that. Hopefully, we'll have a bunch of footage of yours truly on national TV. And then Friday night, I'm at the game. And then Saturday afternoon or early Saturday evening, I'll come on with a recap of the game, breaking down all the stories. And then Saturday night at 8 o'clock, I'll be on Macho Talk Sports. Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be here with Earl Christie. So every day through Sunday, Nick Shine Show is on, trying to give you guys the best content we possibly can. Now, folks, there's a lot of things in this universe that are a given. None of them are more of a given than if you mention a player from Florida State, this guy is calling in right away.
You're damn right. I'm so glad you made that announcement because I wanted to spill the beans so bad, but I didn't. I've been waiting for you to say it. But yes, Marvin Shade Tree Jones is coming to the Nick Shine Show. Fuck
yes,
yeah,
sir.
baby. I'm so stoked. I'm so happy for you. I'm looking really super forward to that.
Hold on, Ricky. I have a thing here. When Wayne Corbett texts me, I have to reply to the text immediately.
Oh, hell yeah. Go ahead. Absolutely. And while you're replying to that text, let me just say also, congratulations on the Earl Christie interview coming up. Earl Christie is a member of our local fan club here in Tampa. I've interacted with him many times and watched games with him here many times. And he is a great guy. And like you said, full of energy for his age, just an awesome dude. Just, man, always so cordial and so nice to all the Jets fans. Yeah, there you go. There he is. There's me and Earl. Awesome. That was really quick too. I don't even remember sending you that, but
it's the part about having a producer, man. He's a internet wizard. But Ricky, since you're here, ladies and gentlemen, we just announced it moments ago. We will have another Jets legend who's agreed to come on the program. Drum roll, please. Ricky, drum roll. Marvin Jones, ladies and gentlemen, has agreed. Now, the reason I'm popping this up right now is indirectly we have to thank Jay Quest, and I see Jay Quest. Now, Jay Quest reached out to Chad Cascadden and connected me and Chad came on last Sunday, and it was a great interview. And Chad Cascadden mentioned Marvin Jones, how his bones are built like granite and the Bible's wrong. Not all men are created equal, and him and Brian Cox are just built differently. So when the short came out of him saying that, I sent it to Marvin Jones and said, I had one of your former teammates on. You came up in the discussion. He spoke very highly of you, and I thought you'd get a kick out of this. He replied, then he shared it on his own story, and I sent him I was like, the internet is amazing. The fact that I can interact with you here and share this with you as somebody who's been one of my favorite. You and Victor Green have been my favorite defensive players for 30 years. And the fact that I've engaged with both of you just blows my mind. If there's any way I could ever get you on the show, that would just be like the greatest thing for me. And then he replied after the weekend. So I'm going to reach out to him again, get him locked up, and get a date locked in for everybody. So indirectly, Jay Quest, this is because of you. So thank you, Jay Quest.
Awesome, man. That's killer. I love getting to meet people and interact with people. Mike Westhoff also happens to be a member of our local fan club here, and he did a book signing there one time and got to meet him. And it's always awesome. And likewise with the internet, one day on X, I don't know, for the hell of it, one day I decided to message Victor Green. And I was like, hey, I don't know. For a while, Victor Green actually worked in the Buccaneers front office here. And so I messaged him. It was like, hey, I don't know if you're still working in the Bucs front office or not, but if you are and you're still in the area, you should come by the fan club, meet up sometime on the weekend. It would be awesome to have you out here. And he sent me a message back and he was like, all right, but you're buying the food. And I was like, hell yeah, anytime. And needless to say, it never really came to fruition, but I love just being able to interact with any of these guys, just like you. Victor and Marvin are two of my favorite all-time Jets.
Yeah,
from my favorite era of Jets football.
No, you are 100% right. But Ricky, I have to get going because oh wait, never mind. We're gonna talk tomorrow. All right. You want to sit here for this play-by-play? Since you are a big Florida State fan and a Jet fan, I have to have you sit in for this.
All right.
Charles, I know you're mid-chew. What's your food of choice right now?
Doritos, nacho cheese.
Popcorners, they're healthier. Do you know that Doritos are flammable? Don't try this in your house. But if you're ever around a fire pit, take the nacho cheese, put it in the fire pit, and it'll burn crazy colors.
I think so. I've seen something like that before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. What did your dad say about Marvin Jones, Charles? Ricky's here. He's a
very
Florida
happy.
State fan. Stop. Let me finish the question. Breathe. Pretend that your lungs are like your pits. Air them out a little bit.
False start,
Now,
Charles Gorman.
Your father commented on Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones, former Florida State alumni. Well, Florida State alumni. Former New York Jet with his entire career with the Jets. He's worn 55. He's worn 54. What are your thoughts, Charles?
I didn't see him play, but I hear he was a very good football player. Played his entire career.
Monster. All right, go ahead. What did your dad say?
I told him that you're having Earl Christie on this weekend. He doesn't remember him. I asked him, do you remember? He said, no, I don't. But he does. Obviously, he's happy you have Mark Gastineau. And he is very happy you have Marvin Jones. I asked him, said he was a very good football player, kept himself in great shape. Marvin Jones, Jets have always had pretty decent history with having good linebackers. It's funny, I was a little late bloomer being a Jet fan in my life, but, I'm happy for you, man. I can't really say anything bad about what you're doing with your show.
Thank you.
It's the truth, man. Like you're giving me a look like, what the hell is that?
That was a backhanded compliment. Are you looking to say something bad?
Absolutely not. No. It's the truth, man, because you're bringing on these Jet legends and you're like, let me take the content creator hat off, put the Jet fan hat on. Holy shit, I can't believe this is real. Like, it's not often you get to meet legends and icons of a certain community.
Yeah.
It's
True.
not often. Like, we're just regular people. And
what do you mean, like this?
To introduce the star of the night. Now, before I say his name, and we all know who it is, I got to tell you about this guy. We all watch the NFL. We all love the Jets. This player is different. He personifies everything that we... Come on, man. All right, he told me I couldn't do that. I was going to do it anyway, but now I'm doing it.
Have a seat, Wayne.
So, something stands out about him when he was on the field. He didn't accept no for an answer. He was undrafted, didn't bother him. He was working his butt off in training camp, made the team, wasn't enough. He went on to be a star. He went on to be a legend. He went on to be 21 years after retirement, the reason that we're all gathered here today. I am honored to call him a friend. And ladies and gentlemen, our hero, Wayne Corbett.
Wait for the hug, Charles. Ah, look at that. That's going to be my screensaver on my phone, I think. Me and Wayne Corbett hugging.
you should hug the man. He's a good person. He's approachable. He's humble.
How many Doritos did you eat during that 57-second video?
About one or two.
All right.
I don't just
Charles.
go down my throat. I don't do that. No.
You're not Diana Rossini.
No, she wishes she was me.
That's Charles. I appreciate you for your time. Thank you. Did you tell your parents? I hope they're doing well.
Yes, they're happy for you, man. I told them they're happy for you.
No, did you tell them? I hope they're doing well.
Oh, they are doing well. Yeah, I said he asked for you. He said thank you.
All right, Charles. You're the man. Let's see your shirt before we let you go.
See my shirt?
Yeah.
It's the Captain America shirt, the Avengers shirt, the Captain America shield.
Nice. All right, Charles. Back to the adventures of Charles Gorman in real life, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, that would be a great. He's gone. Like he's fucking Batman, and I'm Commissioner Gordon. Like you just turn a split second.
Yep. True story. As you were doing the very first part of your show, my wife was here. We were sitting and talking, and I was telling her how you had Wayne Corbett on your show. And she was like, "Are you serious?" Like, she is not a football fan at all, really. But she knows what a big deal that is. Back in the day, like this was like 2000, she made a Twitter account, and her Twitter name was The Wicked Witch of Wayne Corbett, because she was a Corbett fan. She likes the shorter guys with attitude, we'll say, which probably is what led to me. However, I remember Wayne Corbett like back in those days, and this was the days, it wasn't all that like you can't hit the defenseless receiver back then. Like back then you could take somebody's head off. And I remember there was an interview with Wayne Corbett, and he was saying, listen, as wide receivers, our job is to catch the ball.
Yeah.
When you're going
He
over
said
the
that
middle,
a couple times last night. He's like, just catch the ball. Everyone's worried about their celebration, their chains, their bracelets. Just catch the ball.
Yeah, in this instance, he was talking about getting hit. And he was like, listen, when you're going over the middle, he's like, you're going to get hit anyway. You might as well catch the ball. Your job is to catch the ball. Don't worry about getting hit. Catch the ball. And I love that attitude. I love that mentality. Always been one of my favorite players. And, dude, I couldn't be happier for you.
Thank you, brother.
That was an awesome interview.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And then there's a lot more to come. It's something. I'm very goal oriented in life, and with me in my sobriety, I have to keep this occupied. Like this in downtime led to bad things. So as much as I love and appreciate things that happen, my brain immediately says, okay, what's next? The morning after the Chad Cascadin interview, I'm like, okay, what's next? After Wayne, as great as that is, and Wesley and Ken, and Connie, I'm like, what's next? Like, I want to keep building. I have to keep my brain occupied, and I gotta be goal oriented. You know, it's why I work 3 jobs. Like I don't do well with downtime. If I am home, I want to do a show. Like I'm downtime is not my thing. I don't want to sit around, watch TV because it reminds me of who I was at my worst. So I want to be motivated to get great in every possible freaking way. So I got to have goals. I got to be able to check off boxes. And I just want to keep giving all of you guys who've supported me, and some of you like Knob and others from when I was at my worst to now, to get some of the compliments I get from those people who watched the turnaround and the come up. It means the world to me.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't maybe quite back there. I think I came in towards the end of that. So I have witnessed it. Maybe not from the very beginning, but I'm very proud of you and everything that you've managed to accomplish. I'm nowhere near the level that you are, but me, myself, I'm striving towards goals too. Like you're up here, I'm still down here somewhere, but I'm working at it.
Listen, we all have our path, man, and don't compare. Try to find a way to be. It's smart. It started off very small a couple years ago when I got sober, right? Like I didn't know how to be me. I didn't know how to be comfortable in my own skin. My escape was always bad things. So I had gotten broken down, and you know, and I saw something today. Actually, I screenshotted it. Hold on, I'm going to read it to you. Let's stop acting like sobriety is the strange choice. The strange choice is a culture that markets alcohol as self-care while ignoring the anxiety, broken families, sickness, and regret left behind. Choosing freedom is never something to apologize for. You know, and I felt in the beginning that I had to apologize. Like, and I didn't know how to go from who I was to who I wanted to be. And it started off very small. And it started off, you know, life got wrecked for me with the ACL surgery and then the toe surgery and not being able to do anything for months on end in the beginning of sobriety. And there were days where I laid and I cried and I cried and I cried because I didn't know how to transition to the new Nick. And then when I started walking, I started looking for work. I started building upon things. I started coming up with plans. And then, you know, you just stack good days. And sometimes you have setbacks with anything in life. And then one day you look around and you're like, wow, like I did it. Like I changed who I was. And now I don't even know what those old bad routines are because I'm so built in the new ways. I don't want to change from this ever, man. It's too much good shit.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And you know some of my personal background, so you know that I can relate to a lot of that. And, unfortunately,
that's the best part, though, Ricky. Did you catch that? The back, like it's past you. Like you're past it. It's back there, and you just. It's never a bad day to be great.
Yeah, and unfortunately, in my situation, I was very comfortable in my skin, not being a good person. But you know what? I had to shed that skin and come out an all new me, and I did, and I'm very happy to be the person that I am now. It makes me feel good when people say that I've been able to lift them up, and they talk about how positive I am because that's so opposite the way I used to be. So I like spreading that positive energy, and you know, people can say what they want, but I'm going to keep being positive and I'm going to keep being me. And if people don't like it, too bad, because I am who I am.
And you know what their opinion matters?
None.
Zero.
That's right.
It's no. Listen, I cut many people off who I thought would be lifelong friends, and if you got something to say it. Like you're talking about other people because you're insecure about who you are or your lack of accomplishments or your lack of self-esteem, and you have to bring people. You have to attempt to drag people down to feel better about you. When people reveal their true selves to you, you believe them, you wish them well, and you walk away.
Yep.
Simplest thing to do in life, right? It sucks because you want to believe that there's good, but when people reveal their true selves to you, you believe them and you tip the hat and you move on, man.
Absolutely.
I gotta get running. I gotta get I gotta end the show.
That's cool, man. Once again, congrats on all the success. You deserve it. I know you've worked your ass off to get here, and it's well deserved, man. So
thank you, bro.
Have a great night, Nick. Have a great
your head
night,
up, man.
everybody. See you.
Keep your head up. Keep working hard every day, bro.
All right, man.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's program. Again, last chance right now. $5 super chats, gifted memberships, get you on the wheel for Sunday's mystery raffle autographed jersey giveaway. Also, Cisco gifted 10 channel memberships before. We have that giveaway. We are going to play quick song by Blitz. So last call to get in tonight for the giveaway. We'll be right back.
Gentry covering the football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. As always. All right, let's add this to the screen. Progressive car insurance. Give your budget a glow up. All right, we're going to shuffle it. This is for 10 entries from Cisco that go to Lou B, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All right. Again, we will be back tomorrow night, 6:30. We'll do a little Tampa Bay Friday night preview. Aaron Glenn said it, folks. All starters will play, or everyone will play. How long? To be determined. What's the right amount of time? How quick do you pull Garrett Wilson and Brees and others? So I'm sure we'll have some now inactives announced right before game time, but we'll see. Shout out to Mark, one of our resident Bills fans who's here. Appreciate you, man. Jets have come full circle on Geno Smith. Kind of sad. Come on, Mark. It's kind of sad when you keep touting Josh Allen as one of the best quarterbacks in football and he hasn't sniffed the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold won one before him. Jets had it right. They just didn't have the right team around them. That sucks. That hurts. I don't need you to type any insults, Mark. It just hurt me more than you ever could. Folks, we are out. Appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow night. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Great things happening here, ladies and gentlemen. New York Jets legends will be appearing here. Earl Christie will be here Sunday night with me at 7 o'clock. Then we are going to book Marvin Jones, who's agreed to appear on the program. Then we're going to have Mark Gastineau on as well. So Cisco has a lot of work for him. We thank God we have these spaced out a little bit and allows all the creations that he will come up with to get the time and the energy and the love that they all deserve. So if you are a channel member right now, hit the SL, drop the Cisco emoji. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Nick Shine, host of the Nick Shine Show, produced by Cisco Lopez, music by Blitz BK. We are going to play that on the way out. Again, this will be the opening going forward, but tonight it's the exit. Go Jets.
First and 10 on the 20s, how we set it off. All these teams like this turf, they all wet and soft. Real grass, real gas, what we calling for? Top 5D, special teams that score plenty more. Ready for quarter wars, ready for many more. Open hole, run the ball and take their soul. They just lost in the sauce when Q on patrol. Pound the ball down their throat with hard, yo. We move bodies, leave it second and inches. Leave the weapons outside, we kill them inside the trenches. No remorse, no resentment, no talk, all is business. Got the fins on the hit list, division rap by Christmas. No third to convert, count the ball till it hurts. Hit them with slants, screens and streets, they all work. First downs after first, number 8 to G-Dub. All we do is convert, the other team we see as scrubs.
So how did that just feel? Feel great. We're pissed off. We was ready to come back and show what type of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack. To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. For all you non-believers, disrespect us. Can't wait.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 let's go, baby.